Planned Parenthood's next public enemy number one, Marilyn Monroe. Who saw that coming? So Netflix came out with a movie called Blonde. Some positive reviews, some not so positive. I have not seen it, just to put it out there. It's TVMA. I generally will not watch something that's TVMA, especially if it's about a sex icon. And it just really wasn't that interesting to me to peek at or look at or whatever, to take a peek at. But the Hollywood Reporter article caught my eye because I didn't expect to see Planned Parenthood come out against Marilyn Monroe or in this film. But in this article, it says, as far as abortion rights activists are concerned, Blonde is a step in the wrong direction. As film and TV shapes many people's understandings of sexual and reproductive health, it's critical these depictions accurately portray women's real decisions and experience. This is a quote from Karen Spruck, who is a Planned Parenthood Federation of America's National Director of Arts and Entertainment Engagement. So I want you to notice this. Planned Parenthood has someone who is in charge of arts and entertainment engagement. They literally have somebody on staff that is full-time looking to engage with the arts and entertainment community on the representation of abortion. So that's just, something to be aware of how critical they believe this is. She goes on to tell the Hollywood Reporter, while abortion is safe, essential health care, anti-abortion zealots have long contributed to abortion stigma by using medically inaccurate descriptions of fetuses, like calling them babies, and pregnancy. So we're using medically inaccurate descriptions of fetuses, like calling them human, calling them DNA-based humans, calling them developing humans, anything like that would be accurate or inaccurate, according to Miss Spruck here. Blonde, in the film, Andrew Dominic, the director, bolsters this inaccurate message, she says, by giving a fetus a voice. There's a CGI talking fetus that's depicted to look like a fully formed baby. So the nuances of her argument here are so ridiculously absurd. It is a formed baby. It's not fully formed because it's in the womb. The formation of the baby, pretending like that doesn't happen, is the bedrock of a belief that we can take a life without it mattering. This is what Nazi Germany did. This is what the Khmer Rouge did. This is what Stalin did to just swaths of people. If you dehumanize something, then it's easier to kill it. If you look at PETA, you look at animal rights organizations, what do they try to do? They try to humanize animals so that we won't kill them. If somebody doesn't want you to eat cows, they try to humanize the cow so that you won't kill the cow. Humanization of something is what gives them the right to life, the right to liberty, the right to life and happiness and respect, because they're human. And humans in Christian faith created in the image of God. And that is the basis for their respect. So when we look at this controversy, this critique of the film, I thought it was really interesting. And I want to, frankly, kind of commend the director for not backing down. He kind of says, well, this is an issue just because Roe versus Wade was overturned, and he doesn't think people will be talking about it in 4 years. I think that people will be talking about it in 4 years, because there is something about the destruction of innocent life that humanity is plagued with. And the truth of, is this developing fetus a human? Is this baby that is inside of you worthy of respect and protection? Is the core argument with when taking that life would be appropriate. But nobody really wants to talk about that. And when people do, when people give a voice to that child, it's called anti-abortion propaganda. as though you're being given information that's not the complete truth. So my question back would be, what is the inaccurate description of developing fetuses? Is it what Stacey Abrams says, is that heartbeats are just generated by white men to keep people down? The story of Marilyn Monroe, there were two men who forced her into having an abortion. We want to talk about real and accurate representations of women who have abortions. This is a real, accurate representation of many women who are forced and pressured to have abortions because the person who impregnated them doesn't want to deal with the fallout. Be aware, these things are on. Like I say, I haven't seen the movie, but I did want to take a moment to kind of commend the director for not backing down. It doesn't seem that he's a pro-life person at all, but at least, he's not bowing to the pressure and kind of renouncing what was going on. I think that there are many, many women who are suffering from having had an abortion. And the real healing, and there is healing available. If you're watching this video, you've had an abortion, know that the sacrifice of Christ covers all sins. And real healing comes in giving that over to the Lord and receiving His forgiveness, His mercy and grace to overcome that. Not to try to convince you that it was not an evil thing. Taking a life, an innocent life, is an evil thing. Even if it's an accident, right? I mean, if a woman is pregnant and gets in a car accident and the baby causes a miscarriage, like, it's still an evil thing. It's traumatic. It's awful. Like, an innocent life was taken. But to really receive healing, we cannot give another lie and call that evil neutral or call that evil good. We need to acknowledge that this was an evil thing that happened, but there is a greater God, there's a greater good that can bring true healing to you. So if you have had an abortion, if you struggle with that, I mean, please, there are so many people to reach out to. We are connected with birthing center or birth choice centers and places that are trying to get resources to people who suffer through really the propaganda of Planned Parenthood, because they're making billions of dollars off of the sacrifice of children. Would love to hear what you guys think about this. Like I say, if this touches you in a way that triggers something for you because you've had an abortion, please reach out. We'd love to connect you with counselors and things like that. If you were unaware of this and whatnot, put it on your radar. We're hopeful that messages like this will permeate through the greater culture and make just an impression on people that these children are babies. Like, follow, subscribe, share. We will see you in the next video.